Hi, in this video, we are going to create a report of all the requests that are sent to the API instance of type proxy endpoint or basic endpoint. These requests should include the policy violation request as well. So as of now, I have an API instance configured over here. This API instance is of type proxy endpoint, and it is pointing to a proxy application, which is further pointing to an application deployed on the Cloud Hub. Now, this is the ranking API, and it gives the list of all the companies based on the market capitalization. Okay, the ranking of all the companies. Now, let me click on this API instance and I'll show you what all policies are applied. So let's go to the policies tab from the left hand side, and you can see that I have applied two policies over here. Basic authentication policy, where I have specified the username as Ruchi and password is also Ruchi. And I have configured a rate limiting policy also, which allows only 3 requests in the time period of 1 minute. Okay, so let's do the testing and let's see a happy case scenario. So I'll go to the postman, and here I have already specified the URL, and I'm going to use the get method, and I'll click on the send button. So I have got the response back successfully. Here in the authorizations tab, I have already specified username and password, which are the correct ones. So I got the reply, which is what I expected. Now let me specify the username and password, which are incorrect. Okay, so I have changed my username and I'm going to click on the send button again. So I have got this error, authentication attempt failed. So the policy is violated. The basic authentication policy got violated. Now let me correct the username and send again. So I got the response back. I'll click on send again. I got the second response back. I'll click a third time and I got the response that the quota has been exceeded. Fine. So this is the policy violation for the rate limiting policy. Now I would like to see the request report from my analytics. So I'll go to my API administration. This is my main page. Yeah. So from the left hand side, I can click on analytics. Here in the analytics, from the left hand side, I'll click on manage reports and I'll click create a new report. So I'll click on this new button and I will specify the title as all requests. I will specify the data source as ranking API. Okay, there could be multiple APIs and all APIs will be here in the drop down. So you can select all APIs or a specific API. So I'm going to select ranking API over here and I'll keep the date range as 1 hour. Then there are only two formats available to me, CSV or JSON. I'll keep CSV selected. Now I can select all the fields which I want in my report. So I will specify city from where the request has come. I can also specify client IP, but for now I am not keeping it. The second one I am selecting is country. Next one, let me select resource path. Then I will select user agent name. I will select verb, which will be having the value like get, post, and finally violated policy name. Okay, now I'm going to save the report and I'm going to run this report. So I have got this all request which is asking me for the download. So I'll click on save and it will get downloaded. Let me open the CSV file and you can see the details. So it is showing city, country, resource path, user agent from where the request has come, verb, violated policy name, okay, timestamp, API ID, API version, API name, and all this. Some of the information, some of the fields we have not selected, but it takes it by default. So here you can see the requests which were, sent and accepted. So you can see that some of the requests which are shown over here are the accepted one and some of them are the ones which are rejected. In fact, let me add another field. So I'm going to close it and I'm going to add another field. Let me update this report and I will add one more field over here. This is request outcome and also what was the response code returned back, status code. Okay, and I'm going to save this report again and run it. Okay, so it is going to save it again and let me open the CSV file. And now this time you can see which request was blocked and which is processed. Fine. And you can see whatever status code was returned. So when the rate limiting policy, policy was violated and request was blocked, then the status code 429 was returned to the client. In the case of basic authentication simple, when the request was blocked, status code of 401 was returned. Okay, so this way you can create a report which contains all the processed requests as well as the violated requests, violated policies, the requests which are blocked. Okay, hope this helps. Thank you.